Hello students, as the continued part of indexing, now we'll start with the compound indexing. Okay, so this is the just overview. What do you mean by indexing? Indexing is the process of dividing any number of equal parts or teeth on a outer periphery of the work surface. Okay, in the last PPT I explained about the simple indexing. So this is the indexing mechanism, right? Now we will go through the compound indexing. What is compound indexing? See, in the simple indexing, so 40 divided by n, that is the formula, right? So only up to 40 teeth we can divide into equal number of parts on the outer periphery of the work surface. That is the limitation of simple indexing. If the teeth are more than 40, then the compound indexing is going to be used. Here the two separate movements are going to be formed to have the indexing. One is indexing plate and one is the crank and indexing plate both together. Okay, so how it is going to be done, that I will explain with this procedure. Many times this question is asked, that is, explain the compound indexing step by step. So in this PPT will come through the different steps used in the compound indexing. Along with that we will solve the one problem also. Okay, now rules for the compound indexing. The rule for compound indexing is given in figure, that is 40 divided by n is equals to n divided by n1 plus or minus n2 divided by n2. Okay, n small n1 divided by capital N1 plus or minus small n2 divided by capital N2, where this n is number of divisions required. Okay, similar to that of the simple indexing, here also this n is equals to number of divisions required, 40 divided by n, same formula. Then capital N1, the whole circle used in the crank pin, and this N2 is the whole circle used in the lock pin. Then this N1, N2, the whole space moved by the crank in a N1 whole circle, and this N2 is the whole spaces moved by the plate and crank pin in the N2 whole circle. Okay, so this formula has been utilized in the problem or the method used in the compound indexing. N1 by N1 equal plus or minus N2 by N2. Now the procedure. So here it consisting of 9 steps. What we will take one problem here, and according to the steps I will explain here, so that you directly come to know the method also and how to solve the problem also. In the examination also, if they asked explain the procedure of compound indexing, then you have to write these steps and you have to take one problem, simple problem, and according to these steps this problem has been solved. It is very simple and very interesting. Let us consider index 69 divisions by compound indexing. What I told, if the teeth are more than 40, then the simple indexing doesn't work. So we should go for the compound indexing, right? If the teeth are going to be formed less than 40, then you should go for the simple indexing. If more than 40 teeth are going to be formed on the outer periphery of the work surface, then you should go for this compound indexing. Now let us consider in this problem, they have mentioned that index 69 divisions by compound indexing means 69 teeth are going to be cut on the outer periphery of the work surface. Then how this compound indexing is going to be work? Okay, let us see. So using the basic formula, 40 divided by n, 40 divided by n is nothing but the 69. So 40 divided by 69 is equals to small n1 by capital N1 plus or minus small n2 by capital N2. Okay, now to determine the value of small n1 capital N1, small n2 capital N2, the above mentioned procedure is followed step by step. So to get this n1, n1, n2, n2 value, we should go through these 9 steps. Then only we will get the value of this n1, n1, n2, n2. Now we will go through one by one. The very first step, Resolve into factors the number of divisions required. Resolve into factors the number of divisions required. So number of divisions required is 69. So the first step is you have to take the factors of this 69. Resolve into factors the number of divisions required. So 69, the factors of 69 is 23 into 3. Okay, this is the trial and error method. This is the trial and error method. So 69 is the number of divisions are going to be formed. Now according to the first step, you have to take the factors. Okay, 23 into 3 is nothing but the 69. So first step is resolve the into factors of a number of divisions required. So number of divisions required is 69 and the factors I have taken is 23 into 3. Then second step, choose at random whole circles. Choose at random whole circles. Those random whole circles. This is the very important step. Here there is no any particular way to choose the indexing whole circles. They have told randomly. So that's why I have told this is the trial and error method. Now you see that indexing whole circle, or in the problem they may give the indexing whole circle, plate number 1, plate number 2, plate number 3, like that. Okay, you have to take any two number from different plates. Okay, so I have taken here 23 and 33 are chosen. Again I am telling you, this is not any fixed way. This is the random. You have to be choose the two indexing whole circles. Okay, that's why it is a trial and error method. So choose at random whole circles. So second step is I have taken the indexing whole circles as a 23 and 33. Okay, next third step, subtract the whole number of one circle from another. So 33 minus 23, subtract from one to another indexing whole circle, third step. So I have subtracted the 33 minus 23, whatever I have chosen as a indexing whole circle. So I have get the answer as a 10. 33 minus 23 is 10. Now step number 4, factor the difference. So whatever the difference I have get here, now take the factors of this difference. So the fourth step is take the factors of this difference. So 10 is the value, and the factors of 10 is 2 into 5. So 2 5 is a 10. So I have taken the factors of this 10 difference value as a 10. Okay. Then number 5, place the factors of the divisions required and the factors of the difference above the horizontal line. So in the fifth step, what you have to do, you have to make one horizontal line here, and you have to place this, the factors of this 69. 69 is equal to 23 into 3. 69 is equal to 23 into 3, and factors of this 10. 10 is equal to 2 into 5. 10 is equal to 2 into 5. Just what I have did in the this step number 5. I have placed the two values, that is factors of divisions required and factors of difference value above the horizontal line. I have made on horizontal line and just I have placed these two values. Then coming to the next step, that is the step number 6. Next factor the number of turns of the crank required for one revolution of the spindle, that is 40, and also factor the whole circle chosen. Now the sixth step is factor the indexing crank this number, that is factor the number of turns. Number of turns, it is a fixed one, 40, right? So take this 40 and take the factors of this 40. So I have taken the factors of 40 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 5. 2 2 is 4, 4 2 is 8, 8 5 is 40. Okay, 8 5 is 40. So I have taken according to the sixth step. So take this factor of number of turns of a crank required, that is say 40, and take the factors of chosen circles. So chosen circles are 33 and 23. So let us consider the factors of 23 is 23 into 1 and 33 is 11 into 3. Okay, this is the sixth step in which we have taken the factors of the crank rotation, that is a fixed value known as a 40, and we have taken the factors of the whole chosen, that is 23 and 33. Then the next very important step is place these new three factors below the horizontal line. Now here the horizontal line is there and I have mentioned these two values above the horizontal line. Now place these three values below the horizontal line. See here 40, 23, 33, 40, 23, 33, and the factors are written here on the below the horizontal line. Now next step is cancel all the factors below and above the horizontal line. Cancel all the factors above and below the horizontal line, and if all the values, all the factors above the horizontal line are cancelled, then the chosen circles were correct. Try to understand. In the 7th and 8th step, what we have did, you have placed these new three factors at the below the line, this line, and cancel all the factors below and above the line. If all the values or all the factors above the horizontal line were cancelled completely, then the chosen circle 23 and 33 were correct. Otherwise, if any one remains here, let us consider if any one factor remains here, then the chosen circles are wrong. Again you have to move with the step number 3. Again you have to select another two set of holes. Again you take the difference. Again you take the factors. Again these steps are going to be followed. Then again the horizontal line above the horizontal line and below the horizontal line, you have to cancel the factors and try to eliminate all the factors above the horizontal line. If all the values above the horizontal line are demolished or erased or it is dashed, then the chosen holes are correct. Now see here 69 10 here, 23 3 2 5, 23 3 2 5, and the factors of 40 23 33 I have written here. Now 23 get cancels, 3 get cancels, 2 get cancels, 5 get cancels. Means all the four factors above the horizontal line were cancelled. It means that the chosen holes 33 and 23 were correct. Got the idea? This is the way to solve the problems in the compound indexing. Now what are the remaining factors here? So 2 is remaining, 1 is remaining, 11 is remaining. So next step is you have to write it. Okay, I have written here as the all factors can be cancelled above the horizontal line. The whole circle 23 and 33 can be used for indexing. That is capital N1 is 23, capital N2 is 33. So capital N1 is 23, capital N2 is 33. If any one factor remains in the above the horizontal line, then the chosen values are wrong. Again you have to choose the two random whole circle. Again you have to move for the same procedure until all the values or all the factor above the horizontal line will be cancelled. Once it is cancelled, the chosen whole circles are correct for indexing. Now the remaining value, see here 2 into 2 into 1 into 11, 2 into 2 into 11, it is nothing but the 44. Now 44 is the number of whole spaced to be moved for indexing with a formula. So 40 divided by 69, this is our initial formula. 40 is the rotation of crank, 69 is the number of teeth are going to be formed, is equals to, we have got the 40 number of whole space to be moved in the indexing. So write in this way, 44 divided by 23 minus 44 divided by 33. So 23 and 33 are whole chosen for indexing, and 44 is number of whole spaced moved for the indexing. So 44 divided by 23 minus 44 divided by 33. I'll write in this way. So 21 by 23. If I solve this, 23 ones are 23 plus 21, it is 44 divided by 23. So similarly minus 111 by 33. I can rewrite this 2 in this form. Now 1 get cancels here. So 21 by 23 this remain and 11 by 33. So how to analyze this problem? Thus for indexing 69 division, the indexing crank should be moved by 21 holes in a 23 hole circle. So with this we can explain the how the compound indexing works. To have the 16 number of equal teeth on the outer periphery of the work surface with the compound indexing, 21 holes should be moved. 21 holes are moved in a forward direction with the 23 indexing hole circle, and the plate and the crank together should move 11 holes in the 33 indexing hole circle in the reverse direction. This minus sign indicates reverse direction. Got the idea? So see here, thus for indexing 69 divisions, the index crank should be moved by 21 holes in a 23rd hole circle in a forward direction. 21 holes in a 23rd indexing hole circle in a forward direction, as it is a positive. And then the plate and the crank together is moved by 11 holes in the 33 hole circle in the backward direction, and then the plate and the crank together should move 11 holes in the 33 indexing hole circle in the reverse direction or a backward direction. So if you do like this, exactly 69 number of teeth are going to be formed. I hope you are clear with this thing. Again, with a short, I will explain here. Compound indexing means it is the another method of indexing. Here the two separate movement are going to be done. One is the crank is going to be moved, and the next is crank along with the plate is going to be moved. So where this compound indexing is going to be used, whenever the number of teeth are going to be found more than 40, then it is not possible with the help of a simple indexing. Then we will go for the compound indexing. So in the compound indexing, the formula used as 40 divided by n is equal to n1 by n1 plus or minus n2 by n2. Okay, the procedure are just I will explain the very fast with this problem. 69 teeth are going to be formed. Okay, take the factors of this 69 in the first step. 23 into 3 I have taken. Choose the indexing hole circle. If it is in the problem, they have mentioned the plate number 1, plate number 2, plate number 3. You have to take any one indexing hole circle from any of the two plates. Otherwise, if they asked explain the compound indexing, then you can explain this only. Okay, you take the indexing hole circle 23 and 33. Take the difference of this 10, you will get the 10. Next step, take the factors of this 10, 2 into 5. Then take the write this factors of 69 and factors of 10 above the horizontal line. Then go for the make the factors of indexing rotation, that is the 40. 2 into 5, factors of 40 is this one. And take the factors of chosen circle 23 into 1 and 11 into 3, the factors of the 23 and 33. Now place these new factors below the horizontal line. Then try to cancel all the factors from the above the horizontal line. So I have made the cancellation here. 23, 23, 3, 3, 2, 2, 5, 5. Now make sure that all the factors above the horizontal line should be cancelled. If yes, then the chosen circles are correct for indexing. Otherwise, if any one value remains here, it should not be cancelled, or it is uncancelled, then the chosen circles are wrong. Again, you have to choose the any other set of a circle. So that's why I have told you this is the trial and error method. So once it is clear here, then take the factors from the below the horizontal line. So the multiplying these factors will get the 44. Now the chosen circles where n1 is 23, n2 is 33. Then that 44 is the number of hole space moved by the moved in the indexing. So 40 by 69 is equal to 44. This value. And first indexing hole circle is 23 minus 44 by second indexing hole is 33. Rewrite this 44 by 33 as a 121 by 23. So 23 ones are 23 plus 21 is 44. 44 by 23. I have written in this fashion. So 1 get cancels here. 21 by 23, 11 by 23. So with this we can explain here. To have the 69 equal parts on the outer period of the work surface with the compound indexing, the crank should be moved for the 21 indexing hole in the 23rd indexing hole circle in the forward direction, and crank and the plate should move by 11 holes in the 33 indexing hole circle in the backward direction. If you do like this, exactly 69 teeth are going to be formed. Then, thank you.